Hey everyone, I'm rather incoherent. Before we get into today's XCOM mission, there's been a rather large mod change that the eagle-eyed among you can already see. For a while now, I've been saying that the experience nerfs have been overdone, and we're at a point in the game where I'm either just grinding out experience for Waterworld for another 10 missions, possibly more, or I can undo the experience nerfs, and if I do that, everyone will rank up immediately to where they should have been. And I'm already 100% convinced that it's right to remove those from a game balance perspective, that after the campaign I'll change my mods. But I posted a poll the other day, and the response was overwhelmingly in favor of just make the change, let's not grind it out, let's wrap this campaign up. So to that end, you'll notice that several people on this team have promotions now, and we have a ton of promotions to hand out before we get back to Operation Electric Grave. I'll have the video timestamped in the description in case you're not interested, but let's go start promoting everybody, because it turns out, I imagine a lot of the A-team is already Colonel rank now that we've made this change. To give you an idea, you'll see that Big Large is at 203 out of 175, and our previous mod setup, I believe Major happened at 150, and Colonel happened at 265. There has been a tremendous decrease in the required experience to get these highest ranks, and a lot of these people who were close to A-team, or close to Colonel rather, on the A-team and B-team, are just going to be making it. As I go through everyone, if anyone's getting to Captain or lower, I'm not even going to mention them, because that's obviously a soldier not meant for the end of the game, and I don't want to be using them, and I've already showed off those promotions a dozen times. But this will be our first Colonel Tech Specialist on Big Large. You can give them miniaturized munitions. Let's try that again. You can give them miniaturized munitions, which will give them the ability to equip and have multiple uses on heavy weapons on any armor. Now, Tech Specialist would normally not be taking a Shred Storm Cannon. This gives them 2 of them, and less damage is not less shred, so that's pretty nuts. Advanced Robotics gives you an additional charge and faster recharge on everything. It's incredible. It's hot charged batteries, but all upside instead. And Full Override gives you a more difficult hack that can self-destruct or grant permanent control over targets for the rest of the mission. The issue with Full Override is just having a hack stat high enough to do that on really meaningful units seems fictional to me, because I already can't even reliably haywire stuff like sectopods. So I'm not convinced I'd ever want Full Override, especially when it's up against more combat protocol and miniaturized munitions. And I think miniaturized munitions is definitely the better of the two. Tech Specialist getting 2 Shred Storm Cannons of mission will be absolutely incredible. Iron Rhinos jumping up the ranks to Colonel. Unsurprised to hear that, considering just how many people they've been destroying recently. Apex Predator is nice, but ultimately, since it's only affecting your crits, it's a relatively minor thing, because if I'm critting, it's already going well. Sentry is just irrelevant. This character doesn't Overwatch, although if they did, this would make them tremendously better at it. So we take Harrier's Talons, we just give them 3 armor piercing, and suddenly now we have a reason on this character to ignore AP rounds and start taking something like corrosive rounds to deal more damage. So yeah, Harrier's Talons it is, and we'll be bringing our own ammo on Iron Rhino when possible. Black Cat is also making it to Colonel. Their options are Burst Fire, which is just absolutely nuts because it's just rapid fire. Combat Stimulants, which isn't rapid fire. I don't think Combat Stimulants is even that good, right? I'm assuming this is a blue move, but I don't know. It uses a medkit charge. It boosts their combat stats by 10%, so it'll be like a mobility or 2 around 8 to 10 a.m., right? They get an additional movement action, so you will get your action back immediately. It doesn't seem that good. Like, it's all right. It helps my assaults, but I don't really care very much about that. For me, this seems like a very easy burst fire. Armed Intervention is definitely nice, and I can see myself spending AP on it later. But burst fire is the one that actually helps me deal with super grinding targets. Armed Intervention is just a weird nice to have that I would prefer not to be using in the first place, because I would rather be doing something proactive like burst fire than something reactive like Armed Intervention. Oh hey, that's where my AP is going. Draug is reaching final rank. At the final rank of Skirmisher, we have Whiplash. This is a Ripjack attack that is ranged and a free action that deals double damage to robotic units. So I'm just going to go ahead and click that. That's a massively powerful ability that affects the most dangerous targets in the game. However, Ruthless is a direct and substantial buff to your Ripjack. How big? You essentially increase your crit chance from 75% to 95%, so that's tremendously more reliable. And then Death from Above is, yeah, it's Death from Above, so, you know, I'm probably taking both of these, but we're going to hold our AP for a hot second because there are tons of promotions happening. But I'm definitely buying those eventually, because God knows if I've invested this much on Draugr, I may as well keep going. Carbon Mile is now also at max rank. Given the choice of rapid fire, capacitor discharge, or Restoration, I think it is rapid fire, same reason as with the medic. Sithing Orca's my second best sniper. They'll be taking precision shot as they reach major. And we'll be taking weapons hot on White Wolf as they reach major. They are definitively my second best marine. Same deal on Magpie. Psycho Mantis will be rocking up with Rupture. Oh, it occurs to me, miniaturized munitions on this character might be giving you multiple uses of multiple heavy weapons, making it a lot better. I'm still taking Rupture because I don't think Psycho Mantis is ever going on a mission, so if I want to do science, I probably have to buy the ability on who's the combat engineer at the top. Oh, well, they're one of them now because they tied with Jaded Rabbit, who is very close to Colonel. Getting Mercury Hawk to Colonel is looking a lot easier now that they're already a major. Although this perk is a little bit weird for me because concussion grenades, oh, it gives you a grenade pocket on assaults. Yeah, I really desperately want that because I don't have room for the prep for entry grenade. This is very, very nice. And that actually probably makes it worth buying Sweep and Clear now, although zone defense is incredibly good. Chrysalids are a bit of a problem. Untouchable is also good, though less good with as many enemies as you see in this campaign. Man, a lot of combat engineers are reaching major now, aren't they? Bottle Enigma also has prep for entry, so that's an easy concussion grenades for me. Hey, Den Mother's reaching major, love to see that. Vital point targeting. Enemies that have been holo targeted will take additional damage and are more likely to be critically hit. Bonus increases with more advanced holo targeters. It is time to spend the AP on multi-targeting. Anti-venom stems are obviously nice, and kill zone, if you're actually, you know, playing with a rifle instead of a bolt caster and capable of putting down reliable Overwatch, would be great. But I'm so busy with being a team support character that I can't reliably do that. Perfect Tragedy's promotion is a lot harder because they don't have huge AP investments into the soldier, so I think they actually take anti-venom stems. Hey, finally, it's Dark Horse. They're coming up to major. That means they're taking weapons hot for sure. They now have a 25% chance from Pounce and a 25% chance from weapons hot. They're going to be shooting this gun absolutely constantly every time enemies walk in. I'll have to buy Withering Barrage eventually, but I don't have to buy it now. And since I can only likely buy one more ability, I'm going to hold off on buying that. Baroque Baron is catching up at major. I think Banish is far more important to the way a team plays than Face Off is. Oh hey, Dread Mechanism making it up to Paladin. Still my lowest rank by a substantial margin, but I'm very happy to take Assault Servos on this guy. Hulking Cardinal getting a desperately needed promotion to Captain. Rapid Deployment's a very, very good perk, so is Sprint. He's gonna be one of the harder guys to get up to a good rank. And the plan might change to trying to get him to major and get him to Colonel on that promotion mission. I will be taking charge, although I'm very conflicted about it versus Rapid Deployment. Cryolite Commander picking up upgraded scanners, love to see it. Missile Moth just getting Phosphorus really shines a light on how outdated and weak captains are at this point in the game. Yeah, same deal. You're just getting line them up on Marines. I thought you were already able to shoot twice, my man. What's going on? Melancholy Manticore popping up to Captain, getting Retribution. That's actually tremendously relevant to this unit being able to do a lot of different highly valuable things, really. So previously the plan for Mercury Hawk was to get them the 150 experience and immediately send them out on another mission so that they can rank up to Colonel. They're pretty close to the bottom of Major, right? What's Major taken this? 110. They are the exact amount of experience required to have promoted. That's crazy. Yeah, no, so they aren't going on this mission anymore. I guess Den Mother still can. She needs the experience. But somebody else should be coming now, because I need the experience on other soldiers more. Big Large is a Colonel. Love to see that, although his bond partner isn't there yet. Hulking Cardinal's down here in Captain. Fairly close to Major, though. Dead Titan is also in the exact same boat. Captain, very close to Major. Bringing them is probably extremely worthwhile. Oh, and I can't find Sonic Serenade, who is a Captain, who should promote to Major after this because they're currently stuck in the tank. I think I can actually promote them now if I wanted to, but I'm not going to worry about it. So I think what I actually want to do is drop you from the team as well and bring Hulking Cardinal Dead Titan, which definitely lowers the power of the team a good chunk, but those units need the experience. We have Rage Suit, Viper Suit currently. I think Viper Suit on this guy for better positioning is probably the choice. And then Rage Suit on the Tech Specialist, as I so often do. He's already customized, or she rather is already customized for it. So I can either have a 7-round gun with the Advanced Expanded Mag, or I can have a 5-round gun with 2 free reloads. The main difference here is that I basically can't AoE suppress without the expanded mag. AoE suppression is probably not as valuable as the additional 2 actions I'll get out of this speed loader though. And I still have AoE suppression defensively, I just can't shoot them effectively with it. And I'm also capable of doing stuff like AoE suppression, teamwork, reload, so it still does work to some degree. Alright, so one more thing before the mission starts. As I said, we're going to be sending Mercury Hawk out to get this promotion immediately instead of trying to grind them the entire rank of Major. We're just going to do it this way to get them straight to Colonel, make sure it happens, save some time. Now, there's a soldier wound risk here. What I'm going to see is I'm going to send a Kevlar armored medic with a medkit. I don't think this works on soldier wound and Covert op. I have no reason to believe it does. However, just in case it might, if I get a wound on my A-team assault, maybe triage will kick in, even though there wasn't a mission. A relevant item warning definitely makes me think it does it. Nothing in the text makes me think it does. But I have hope in my heart, and that's why I'm doing this. And also, who needs the 1 medkit, right? So I'm sending them out to get the promotion for my A-team assault. Good luck. Alright, I'm finally done setting up the new team. You'll notice that the team has changed since our plan's last mission. I've removed Mercury Hawk from this mission. If you've skipped through the timestamps, he's off doing the Covert op now, going straight to Colonel because he's already promoted to Major. So rather than stacking experience on him, I have Hulking Cardinal and Dead Titan here. They're both captains, almost at Majors now. Draugur's a Colonel, Sword Saint, and Regal Dawn are both fairly far into Major. And the team has changed pretty substantially. We're bringing ammo now because if we're not bringing Mercury Hawk, we don't see the need to bring Den Mother as well because their bond partner isn't there. So now we need to bring our own ammo types to that end. We have Black Ice rounds on our Reaper for Banish. We have 1 Incendiary Grenade, 1 Acid, and 2 Plasmas on our Sapper. We have multiple Destroyer Vests. Well, we do have them, but they're not on the team, so it doesn't matter as much. I don't really see a need for another Destroyer Vest anywhere. I think this is pretty optimal in terms of our gear. I'm very happy with this team. It's just a really nice and freeing to not be so worried, being like, oh man, is this going to be like 20 episodes of grinding? Am I just going to bring the other Sapper and Tech Specialist to Waterworld because I have to grind less? Because now these two can feasibly make it to Waterworld and I actually get to make the choice. Of note on this mission, we still haven't tested the Ghost Grenade. Maybe we'll finally do that. And we're using the Disruptor Rifle on our Marine instead of a cannon because the automatic crits on Psionic units seems way more important than the 1 extra ammo and damage of the cannon. But it also makes me worse at shredding, and I should be thinking about that. I'm okay being worse at shredding on the basis that I have Infiltrator and Skirmisher both with Shredder. To that end, since other people are responsible for shredding on this team due to Draugur being here, I can afford to run Venom rounds for extra damage against things like the Omega Berserker. The debuff is also very valuable for controlling units. Although a ton of units like Biodivision are going to be immune to it, I think this might be the call. But let's just be reasonable and take Black Ice rounds for when we see the Sectopod, right? That seems like it's obviously the better call. We'll do that one. That seems better. It's just really hard to argue with AP and Black Ice in this campaign setup. They're so strong compared to everything else. And the reason is because they're dealing with the threats that have to be dealt with, right? Like +1 damage don't matter. We can shoot them a second time. There's nothing replicating AP and Black Ice though. Anyway, let's get into the mission. It's time for Operation Electric Grave. I'd really appreciate it if you could hit the like and subscribe buttons as we load in for all the mod work going on in the backgrounds of these videos. Alright, finally ready to get into this mission. We spawned it on top of a building, hardly matters, in the corner, not too far from the objective. I would have liked to take it slow with field support, but for the purpose of leveling up the people who need to level up, I think this is the right call. This should be a completely safe move that can't have anything go wrong, although my complete frame drop when I did that definitely makes it seem like I saw something. We've got a Frost Legion pod, a proper pod too, none of that compatibility bullshit we've been seeing. That was some health. Glad I brought an Incendiary Grenade, I might want more than one. Our Reaper's currently fully body blocked. So what I'm gonna do is move my Marine up to here to let the Reaper move. There's just some serious lag happening every time anyone does anything. I'm not a fan. Yeah, there's just half-second pause anytime anyone does anything. We might have entered the performance death spiral of this campaign. It's fine, it's fine. He's very large. I like how big this snake is. It upsets me greatly. 25 with 25 ablative frost health. Oh my god. The Andromedon sheer strength, you say? Immunity to cold, reduced shields, vulnerable to fire, psionic, Frost Legion immunity, so not really that vulnerable to psionic because it's immune to mental attacks, bleeds cold, merciless killer. That's just relentless, I think is the name of it. Fire weapon, Frost Mark, Freeze Spit, Frost Cobra, Bolt Caster, Shreds for 1, 6 to 8, crit 4. This thing crits you, it just fucking deletes you, huh? Also, if I'm correct, I believe this last one is AP, and that's AP 3. My man's looking to get banished, isn't he? I don't want to use my 1 banish on something that's not weak to this, but, like, not a fan of that. Just gonna move this way on the Reaper. Everyone's gonna slide past this onto high ground. I'm not looking to slog it out forever with that snake. We've definitely cleared the path for my Marine. And that didn't get eyes on anything. Color me shocked. It totally got eyes on stuff. Why did you... I guess not really. Somebody's being lied to. It's just a question of when did the lie happen. Skirmishers gonna be running to the same general point.
A long approach.
I mean, everyone is, right? This is just what's happening this turn now. We definitely want Fiber Giant doing work against that Frost Pod, but for the time being, that's a little bit too far in the future to plan for. Alright, everyone's sprinting forward to the next building. Let's see what these pods do between turns and what I'm being forced to fight and where, because I really don't want to slog it out with that unreasonable amount of health. It might be a thing where in my balance patch I go in and I just knock those numbers both down by 5. 75 effective health, huh, man? It's just a snake. Like, it can be the biggest, baddest snake in the world. It's still just a fucking snake. It's not like it's a berserker or a sectopod. It is a very large snake, admittedly. Like, they did do work. It needs to be like twice that size for that health pool, man. The thing is so bulky. It's got so much health. Well, I can see them now. 1 second. Let me do some quick counting. 10, 24, 40, 55. The snake has more health than this entire pod. That seems fine to everyone else, right? Do I think this or this is a better tile? I think this one probably is. Let's go see what Dark Horse sees from up here. She certainly doesn't see any frames, that's for sure. Spotted enemy.
They're onto us.
I'll give you this, I wasn't fucking expecting that.
I've got eyes on Advent troops.
That means I was in vision for multiple tiles. Anyway, weapons on and pounce, let's go, idiots.
What did you expect?
Great start. Wasn't expecting something to die there. The civilian beneath me panicked, started to try to yell, and then my Templar calmed them down with solace. That's fucking incredible. I love that. None of these guys that just pulled a Rocketeer's active 6. Covering fire? No. Stop having that ability. Now anyone else can kill them with relative ease. Definitely seems worth it to grapple over to the next roof. Probably in a place that has cover, though. Now that I'm here, is there a Frost-slash target that makes sense? The Elite Lancer probably isn't getting dealt with. The Rocketeer is definitely scarier. The Heavy Grenadier. Double acid grenades. The Rocketeer is going to actually destroy stuff, though. This cover is indestructible. A plasma grenade here is pretty nice. It is, unfortunately, I don't have salvo, though, so I can't do, like, 2 things. It could be worth it to run down and give more room for positioning. Are there windows in the front? You bet there are. But those windows don't actually go to the part of the building they're in because they went out the back. They're over here somewhere. If I really committed, I could probably tile scan to find them. But it doesn't sound fun, so I'm going to stop. I can come up top and face off 5 guys. I'm perfectly happy to do that, actually. And if I am doing that, I should shoot the grenade first to clear armor and cover. Because yes, a lot of this is indestructible, but at least 2 of those cover pieces are not. This also shreds 3 armor. That's definitely how you start this for the Reaper's face-off. First face-off of the campaign, by the way, episode 78, 79. Took us a while to use this ability. Oh, that's not actually indestructible. I'm just used to it being indestructible because I have tiny baby grenades. Well, isn't that just the best news all day? Face-off at almost 100%. Very, very good odds on this one. Take them down, boys. 1 down. Ah, damn. Damn. Really close to kills on 2 of them. Finish the mech, though. That was what I was hoping for, is 2 kills. Everyone else is incredibly softened up. Regodon finally here to fuck. Oh, also, death from above triggered. Cool. Wonderful. Super necessary. Do I need to waste a bullet? I'm pretty sure I can probably fire a pistol, yeah. I think you just take the 100 and let someone else handle the one that you don't have a guarantee on. So let's call that face-off 3 kills then. Oh, I've got repositioned too. Sick. Let's see where everything is right now. I definitely just want to shoot twice here to build heat. And that's a 99, so like pretty much guaranteed kill on the Lancer over 2 shots. Fan of that. Somebody else can finish off the Rocketeer with relative ease, I imagine.
Ammunition is low.
The sparks haven't went yet. I'm gonna sprint forward. Oh, there's a commando down here. Coming to here to ripjack him, or not ripjack him, to skulljack him might be the play. Am I sure I don't see through? That door could be made of glass. I don't think it is, but I can't tell in fog of war. That door is open. This door is definitively shut. I don't think see-through doors exist. It defeats the purpose of having a door. I honest to God think this is where you're supposed to skull mine. It isn't super likely to pull because we did just pull the guard pod. I'm 1 tile away from being able to throw the battle scanner first. I can also just kinetic strike the guy for a guaranteed kill. Oh, it's only an 84%. Defense 15, huh, my dude? And skull mine ignores the defense. And it cares about my aim. So I guess maybe I should be using an aim piece guess for 100% skull mines, but I'm convinced that the only way to deal with the commando effectively is this. If it fails, it returns you 1 action, so this is pretty much guaranteed to solve him at least. The real question is just, is there a chance of pulling through the building? Seems very unlikely. Sorry about that completely avoidable wound, Dead Titan.
Can't get through. I don't feel so good.
Panic removed on those guys again. 3 damage on you, not a big deal. And good. No pull. No pull was exactly what I wanted. We have an 82 here. It'll be fairly similar if I run forward. I can't see him from up top. I would really like to be moving in this direction. I'm shocked that I can't get in the next building. It's so frustrating. Oh, I've got a Templar left. How's Lightning Hands looking? 34 seems pretty fair, to be honest. I'm not surprised to hear that. I'm gonna run out to here. I've got Volt. I actually have a guaranteed kill. Does Volt consume a focus? This is a sketchy slash. But I believe in it. I'm not fucking afraid. I've got Fiber Giant left. If I do pull something, you can just throw him in front of it and he probably won't completely die. But that seemed incredibly unlikely to pull and I'm still believing in it. Now I'm not believing so much I'm gonna go pick up this loot. Definitely gonna prefer to back off on that and get closer for the next fight, but yeah, that's good. Enjoyed that. You can reposition to avoid any shenanigans with picking up more line of sight, though. I'm just gonna take like a step out to here. Fiber Giant needs to get in position for the next fight. I'm gonna run him to here. Yeah, I think here's the place to be.
Movement engaged.
Since soldiers in the same boat, moving to roughly the same place, and they're both going to be overwatching up here. Not that I expect these overwatches to do anything. I'm just afraid of moving them further.
Ever vigilant.
Reaper's back in concealment. Love to see it. There's the Frost Pod. Not surprised. Frost Archon, Viper Elite, and Purifier Elite. I'm sorry, does the Frost Archon have tremendously less health than the Cobra? I feel there has been a miscommunication about what a Cobra is. I can hear you, Sectopod. Oh, it's Andromedon Prime. That's not really much better. There's another Andromedon Pond directly behind this one. This is a pretty big pile of shit to pull. Weapons hot, doing work. Love to see it.
Hit the armor.
You can say hit the armor all you want. I'm proud. We got 5 there. The other Andromeda. Oh my god, there's a 3rd pod back there. Yeah, this is not the Andromedon pod. Alright, so this is whole map. We have a Bio Assault. It's the buff Shield Assault. We haven't seen them in forever. They have no shield deflect, but more health than they used to. I think we might be on the last Force level of Shield Assaults as well. We're pretty close to going into the shield assault, or not the shield assault, the bio assault Mark II. Oh, it's just all three. Okay, cool. So things have escalated rather quickly, I would say. So how many active is that? I think I'm using stasis this turn. 14. It feels like so much more. Oh, you're in Overwatch? I don't like that. We've got eyes on one guy as the Biotrooper. He doesn't have the stats to back that move up. Definitely going to overdrive and shoot the Biotrooper. Seems like a perfectly reasonable way to start this, since we do really need to get rid of that. I'm sorry. I reduced your deflect chance to 0, didn't I? Huh. So, when I said I reduced it to 0, there seems to have been some confusion in the game files about what 0 meant. Because that's a 100. Go to Alt F4 and go change that. That's not actually allowed. Alright, so I'm gonna be upfront with you. I've loaded and saved a couple of times, troubleshooting several different things at this point. Let's get through them. First, I fixed this. This is quote-unquote my fault. I'm gonna blame the designers of Bio Legion for this one. My balance change set the shield deflect value to 0 for Bio Assault Troopers. Fun fact, if you set that value to 0, it instead becomes 100%. I don't know why that happened, but it's 100% the case, just like his shield deflect chance was. So instead, I've nerfed it to 1%, which is much better than 25%, but still very frustrating to me as a person. Next, there is a snake right here. We can see him, I promise, because if you come over to this guy and you click on, I think it's this snake? Yeah, he's right there. We can see him. It's super normal that we can see him, because like you step out to the, like, you know, the line that we're currently on, we just see him. He's right there. Interesting thing though, this Templar, that's not the snake he sees. And if I were to run forward to basically any point along here behind Fiber Giant, you know, hypothetically in an alternate reality, I still wouldn't see them. But if I were to step out right here, you'll notice there's a second snake in the target preview now. I can. I'm not currently flanked or anything. There's just something very borked with the line of sight with this snake where I can't see it unless I step out to this line, which is very important because you'll notice there's no fucking cover anywhere in the vicinity to step out to. Now, this is very important because you can't see the snake currently. Let's go find the snake. He's hiding. Actually, I think snakes are all canonically she's, so she's hiding. The Frost Legion Cobra, I may have read wrong the first time. I thought, haha, that's pretty bullshit with your big gun and high accuracy and 75 health. But Merciless Killer is not relentless. This is not take a bonus action whenever you kill anything. This is take a bonus action whenever anything dies. So when I kill something, it's going to shoot that gun immediately. This is essentially an alien ruler. Not as bad, but pretty damn close. I grossly underestimated how threatening this thing is supposed to be. Its spawn rates don't reflect that this is actually a ridiculous juggernaut of an enemy. I still want to nerf it, but I also want to lower its spawn rates to represent what it is. But for now, this is what it is, and it's here. So we really need to use stasis on it. It's just a shame that even though I cannot currently see the snake, and I am currently stepping out, if I were to use TTC and pop out to this tile, which has the exact same line of sight as where I was previously at, I can see the snake now. So there's a lot happening here. Oh, another one that I've learned. I had to reload because I discovered multiple things were broken with line of sight, and I was testing things. I wanted to figure out how this works. Fun fact, Close Combat Specialist triggers when you throw a Mimic Beacon into range. I don't think it should, but it does, and it's very funny. I don't really mind that one. It's just not intuitive, as opposed to being explicitly broken like this is. Now, you might ask, what do I intend to do about this line of sight thing? Where are you going to move? How are you going to deal with that? Because you obviously need to stasis the snake immediately. Are you going to move somewhere and use stasis? Well, all the locations up here don't actually seem to have eyes on the snake, and I can't make it to the top. And as far as I can really tell, the only option I have is to position Fiber Giant as cover. Fun fact, Fiber Giant can't blue move out far enough to be cover, even when I move the body block. So, if using TTC to fix line of sight bugs, because that is explicitly what this is, upsets you, then I'm sorry, but this is what we're doing. Because there is not a single verifiable reason that this should ever be the case, that a step out does not work, but vision exists from the tile you're stepping out to. And we are going to TTC back to where we actually are, because the only line of sight that changes is this guy. I've got no idea why. It doesn't make any sense. And it's not like a max range thing, because I've tested it with Fiber Giant being here and me standing behind Fiber Giant, and I still wasn't able to step out and see it. I've got no idea what the case is with that. Anyway, we should start with overdrives on both of our mechs and sprint on Depressed Draugr, because we're using every cooldown we have right now. These 14 units we pulled are not slouches. There is a Prime, what is essentially a Frost Prime, and Andromedon, just a shitload of guys in general. I will be taking all of the bonus actions now, please. Also, I will immediately be going over to my Warlock granted mind control ability, which turns out to have been very important, and I'm not sure I'm feeling it's overpowered. I'm feeling like, thank God I have this. So we're gonna take that Andromedon over, because that's just one problem too many. I can't handle that. Oh, the Andromedon Prime actually deals substantially less damage than an Andromedon because of its reactions, I guess. Look at ABA being balanced and well thought out. Next, I want to, I think, Icarus forward, just get into a position to fight, you know, kind of a lot. Because I'm currently body blocking Fiber Giant, who definitely does need to run forward during this turn. That doesn't trigger overwatches, does it? God damn it. It's a free action. How dare you? 28%, it's the only one that's solid. It worked out, but I am very upset with myself for making that incredibly dumb mistake. I'm going to move closer like this to ensure I can get to a good position to banish next turn and chuck the Mimic Beacon on my Reaper. That always needs to happen. He's part of the big body block in front of my Sparks right now. And there's a very good chance that I'm just like throwing Mimic Beacons until I use Banish on this character. There's also a real chance I use Teamwork on Draugr to throw more Mimic Beacons, but I don't think I need to do that this turn. And lastly, my Sapper needs to make room. Sadly, this is not very good on my Sapper. His aim is bad. I think I'm just going to move up to here. That way, if someone comes up the ladder, they can immediately duck to the other side. Yeah, Serpent Suit Panic. I was like, what Overwatch did I trigger? I swear to God. All right, cool. That's actually kind of unfortunate because I was about to hit that snake with the grenade, and now I'm not doing that anymore. I can't quite get further back. I don't think I'd have been able to get it if I had moved further either, but I could have gone down here and had the shot, I think. So that's a shame. Definitely messed up this move, but that's fine. Let's go for all of this cover destruction.
Fire in the hole!
Definitely appreciating that panic on the Viper, though. Even though I would have liked to deal damage to it, it's just a problem I'm not forced to immediately deal with, and I greatly appreciate that. Huge shredding, good cover destruction. Glad to see it. Shredstorm Cannon might also be going off. The issue is that while I can move here and Shredstorm all of this, I won't really be remotely safe doing that. But we've cleared out the body block for Fiber Giant, who can now reach the bottom, and that should be an Incinerator reaching the Archon and the Purifier Elites. I don't feel confident I can get a line from this tile at all. It looks like it's too far away. I'm not even convinced this is getting the Purifier, but it is just barely. One tile extra, maybe, by some counts. It's unclear if I'd have had just a better aim up top. I forgot to use Burning Rush. Obviously, I'm just saving it till next turn, right? That wouldn't be the craziest thing, but that's not what I'm doing. Anyway, let's just use both charges on the Incinerator, because we do have 3 actions thanks to Overdrive. So, sure, fine, whatever. Archon's killable, Purifier's down. We've got Vision on you. I can take the Rapid Fire and then reload. And then do something else. Seems like a pretty sensible plan. Like, obviously, Rapid Fire on the Prime is pretty good, but the Prime might be a ways off. I wasn't quite expecting you to kill him, but I'll take it. Reload. I don't have eyes on anything, but that's completely fine. My Haywire is on this drone. Not sure I'm looking to use my turn on that. Capacitor Discharge is out of range. Bombard Protocol is cleaning up 2 kills there. That seems incredible. The damage on Bombard Protocol has fallen off tremendously since when I first got it. Like, it was carrying. It was hard killing units at like Force Level 5. But now it's very much just like light cover destruction and clearing up low health enemies, but it's still very, very good. Okay, what do we have? We have the Vanguard, the Andromedon's on my team, the Andromedon Prime, the Advanced Viper is panicking. Well, look at you being the only target that actually matters. I'm so happy about the damage number, but it also isn't actually helpful. Fun fact, now that I have a rifle instead of a cannon, instead of shooting twice, it's just full-on Marauder like a skirmisher. I can put Teamwork onto my Templar. If the Vanguard's dying, that seems reasonable enough. This guy's probably coming up top and then trying to kill the Archon. I don't think he can, though. Oh, hey, Skirmisher Boy, how's that going? What do eyes look like from here-ish? All right, so I want to run forward to here and grapple up is what I'm hearing. We'll be taking explosive action this turn, all but guaranteed, right? We're going to take explosive action. Check my eyes. We see the Vanguard with a 95 already. I'm sorry, can you clarify? Aim 106, superior aim PCS, advanced scope, conditioning, scope, weapon range -21, defense -10. It's fucking... Yeah, that maths, but it feels so wrong. We can get to this cover tile, which alleges that it will see the Archon. I don't know if that's actually a working preview. It does appear to be one. So we're gonna grapple up top and start putting in a work on the press Draugr. It's alright, everyone. The hero of the story has arrived. Yeah, that's some damage, alright. Oh, your gun's empty. Well, let's have it not be empty anymore. Problem solved. This is why we bring speed loaders. Frost Archon's there. Andromedon Prawn doesn't need to get shot yet. Neither does any of this other stuff. Muton Decanus does have a 70% though. Unlike this Archon, which has a 100%. Would have liked to see those damage numbers done the other way around, but it's fine. Real quick, Whiplash. Does that deal bonus damage to an Andromedon? No, it deals normal damage to Andromedons. Anyway, keep shooting the Archon to build up heat. Because the Whiplash is a Ripjack attack, meaning heat affects it, which is actually nuts. And with the reposition, I can dive inside. That would give me better cover, but worse lines of sight. I can move to here, which is technically flankable, but there's nowhere to flank from, except for the Andromedon Prime just walking in the open, but I think it does prefer cover. I'm just gonna stay right where I am, I think. I can put Teamwork onto Depressed Draugr just for a shot. Oh wait, that's not the right character. Never mind. The other hero unit, huh? The shot seems so minor, and the Andromedon Prime isn't actually helpful. I'm just gonna put a bullet into the Viper. We'll need to kill it eventually. It's something to do. All right, there's still guys out in that direction. My Haywire here is not looking the best. I'm looking at just like coming up top and shucking the scanner. I don't know that scanners work on a stasis Cobra. And I'm really upset that I don't know that at the minute. Oh, that's unfortunate. We should be in full cover relative to the shot, so only at 28%, but that would have been a pretty relevant wound on Dead Titan. And this would get everything, except I've made some mistakes in the way I played this turn. Yep, Frost Legion Cobra is not taking the debuff because I've made mistakes. And that is alarmingly it for us. Now, thankfully, we have mind control, so this is not nearly as bad as it otherwise would be. You dick. I'm enjoying this, but what are you doing? There we go. Oh, he was getting stabbed and the game didn't know what to do. Why'd you come all the way up here? What was the plan? People will do crazy shit for a Mimic Beacon, that's what I'm learning. All right, Mimic Beacon should probably live through that. I'm so confused. That's not the first time a 100% has missed a Mimic Beacon this campaign. Still up, huh? The med drone's not a big deal at all. At most, it's a minor annoyance. Can you even do anything to him? Good call. Thanks for giving me the free move action, buddy. I really appreciate that. Oh, right, yeah, there's reinforcements coming in this mission. We had air patrols as our sit rep. What could I do with an Andromedon? I can acid bomb, and I can shoot. He's not a very complicated unit. I think I'm just gonna jump into the bottom floor of this building and shred storm cannon these two. I should see what sort of reactions Andromedon Prime has. Free reload first. What do? You have an acid blob, wall smash, battle suits, scanners, acid shot. Okay. It's just the guy with a gun and a weird grenade and a punch. Inspires a turn-ending action. I did not know that. I would probably have trained something else if I did. Brand on Andromedon Prime, maybe? Well, the Frost Viper's a bigger deal, and as always, I can't see him from this tile. Or her, rather. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Oh, it's so much. Burning Rush. Doesn't quite get us what we need. We need to blow up their cover. I have teamwork here onto Rage Suits. So what I want to do, I think, is Rage Suit into Andromedon Prime, as spooky as that fucking sounds. It's probably not good. So I think I need to suppress Andromedon Prime before I do anything. I mean, we need to figure out what this shot goes on to. Is it just going to take 2 shots to kill this guy because of his shield? That's probably the case. Okay, so I'm going to shoot Frost Viper Elite up here. Almost got him in 1. That would have been great. And then we're going to suppress the Andromedon Prime. Actually, it depends on how that ability worked. It would have given an action to the Viper. It wouldn't have been the best thing. Oh, right. Yeah, we need to kill the Viper. Well, the issue is, like, killing the Viper involves doing area of effect things that also hit the Andromedon Prime. And then it gets reactions. That's why I'm worried about this. We're good. I haven't completely lost my mind. They're both in cover right there. I need to kill this other Andromedon eventually, too. I don't know that I should be doing this, but I feel like I should be defensive mining and going super hard this turn. So I'm going to.
All right, I'll go.
I'm going to trust my gut that we're safe to extend into the open. That as bad as this is, by the power of mimic beacons and memes, we'll somehow make it through. Drop that there. You are out of explosives, aren't you, my friends? Also, it was important that you didn't go into the open until it was mandatory. I think I run forward here on Sense Soldier. And I just Shred Storm Cannon the 2 of them. I think that's my best Shred Storm Cannon angle, since Soldier doesn't have another way to interact this turn. And before I do that, I unload their guns. And this should, I think, work out for the best. It's stressful. It's definitely stressful. There's a lot of, like, rat-a-tat-tat going on. That Shred Storm Cannon's almost godlike. It's almost getting the snake in the back, but this is still incredible. Oh yeah, the poor Andromedon. What will we do about the Andromedon that's taking the damage? So that was pretty effective. Not all of the cover is gone. Suppression immediately hitting it for big damage. It used its action to get on the 1 piece of cover that's left. Fuck yeah. I'm a fan. I like that. I'm gonna drop this Incendiary Bomb, kill the Deconus, work on the Cobra, work on the Prime. It says that the Prime is not immune to this, which surprises me. You know what? I like you being alive a little bit. I don't want you to die just yet, so you can walk over here and shoot the Viper instead. We'll shoot the Viper later in the turn, though. You know, when it doesn't piss off the other Viper. All right, Incendiary Bomb, go do some work. Oh, right, this pisses off the Viper, though, because of the Deconus. His gun's empty. What's he gonna fucking do? You know, aside from freeze everyone. There he goes. He's getting on cover again. Frost Legion Cobra decided to sit that one out. Is he disoriented? He's being on fire prevented his reaction. Shit, is he well designed? If lighting him on fire prevents him from getting his constant reactions and fires the counter to Frost Legion, that actually makes so much logical sense that I think I like it. Even though it's such a powerful mechanic, I think I like it. I'm so upset with myself. My Ashbringer's out of bullets because I accidentally put on the fuel line instead of the fuel tank, so I have canister charges instead of just more ammo. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I wanted to save this for a dangerous robot, but I think we're just, like, gonna need the damage. Oh my god, I have Dual Strike? We've unlocked that? Yeah, I just need the damage to get through the Frost Legion Cobra. It's not happening without this. Dual Strike on my We have Banish. I want to save that in case like a Sectopod comes down. I know that's potentially very, very silly and wasteful. I've got one action. Dual Strike is probably the best I've got. I want to stay here to hit the Frost Viper Elite when it tries to move. Dual Strike seems like the play. So let's put some bullets into him. I swear to God, the Reaper's about to shoot him. It's going to happen any second now. Hey, there he goes. All right, we're through the 75, or sorry, the 50 out of the 75 ablative health. Sounds to me like a good time for punching. I'll take a 98 for tremendous damage, thanks. I should have checked if I could have reloaded my gun before running over here. It's fine. Start moving back the way you came.
Scanning approach vector.
The Andromedon is safe to shoot this man because we've established that burning prevents the Frost Viper command, or Frost Cobra's ability. Hey, does the Frost Viper, like, bleed cold or anything? Frost Cobra, I call it a Viper every time. It does bleed cold. Let's not stack our focus then. We have Sword Saint, Dead Titan, Regal Dawn. None of these are really the character I would ideally want to be doing this with. Oh, the defensive mine prevents me from standing inside of the drop area. I'm so dumb, it actually staggers me. Except for the fact that Depressed Draugr is immune to explosives, but also out of actions. Okay, I've put together a piece of the puzzle. I'm going to run up on Sword Saint, Lightning Hands the Viper, Inspire Draugr, and run Draugr on top of the mine like the fucking champion we all know he is. So that's the Frost Viper Elite done and dealt with. We are now going to Inspire. I was looking to reanimate this turn, but I guess I will take the Inspire on Draugr. Man should have the mobility to get into the center of the drop. He'll just tank the fucking mine. It's fine. Don't act like he gives a shit. We take the free reload because we may as well. I don't see any reason not to activate Overdrive Serum in Damper Field this turn. Like, if I'm not doing it now, when the hell am I doing it? Depressed Draugr is here to handle fucking everyone. Come at me. He's got 5 armor and an uncontrollable urge to kill. We should be fine there. The Andromedon Prime is just gonna get to shoot someone. That's not really what I wanted. There might be a way to avoid it. I'm going to move to here and see if I can angle a Shred Storm Cannon through both of them. Because the Andromedon Prime can't climb. I can't get it through both of them, but this shot is pretty good. So if the other person they have, if Regal Dawn can finish off the Viper, and we know for a fact he can, hell yeah. He's supposed to be throwing a Mimic Beacon though. That's fine. It's fine. Draugr will just do it all himself. Draugr will just kill them all. It's fine. Just keep giving him actions. He'll do everything. Here, have a bomb, you assholes. I knew that was a good incendiary bomb. Oh, the Andromedon's actually alive. That was not the plan. Anyway, the point of that is that now I can throw a Mimic Beacon out front, which is very relevant considering there's just a first sergeant hanging out that's going to shoot someone for all the damage in the world. Dead Titan's body blocking the ladder? This feels like a very dangerous game to play. How to fall through the floor in one easy step.
Ready for everyone.
No, we're good. It's fine. Worked perfectly. Got a promotion for it and everything. All right. Maximum heat retribution on top of an explosive mine. What do you have, Advent? I told you I've been saving Banish for the mechs. I told you they were coming. Let's commence with the stabbing. That's a 35 health super heavy mech, and I've been saving Black Ice Banish. Oh, also weapons hot, by the way. Get out of my game. Thanks, Dark Horse. Yeah, there's a lot of damage numbers. There's mines, there's stabbing. There's a lot of work that got done there. Good job suppressing Draugr. You really prevented him from killing everyone. So it looks like all of the tanking abilities on Draugr were gross overkill and completely unnecessary, but I like being safe. Unsurprisingly, we did not get all the loot this mission. Okay, I feel pretty good, to be honest. I was a little bit sketchy when I committed to giving up on cover at the start of last round, and it didn't really feel like it was all there, but my intuition was right. We were able to just get everything handled. Hello, Mr. Reaper. How does your banish look? My only regret is that I don't have a Colonel Reaper with Exterminate, because he would actually just kill everything. Do you have? You do not have covering fire. I don't have any blue action other than reload. I may as well reload then. Reload, banish the biggest one. Because if you're just gonna point and click delete one guy, do it on the biggest target there is. Oh man. Imagine not bringing the 18 to a mission at this point in the campaign. This shit is so scary every single mission. Did I need to reload to kill it? No, I didn't, but God, that was close to not finishing. Oh, death from above, hell yeah. We're not done. 11 to 14, not a guaranteed kill, but with the crit chance, very likely. That's fine. I'll take my min roll non-crit and be happy with it. Hey, Draugr, notice how you're not being suppressed anymore? They shouldn't have done that. This guy does need to die this turn, but also, like, Fiber Giant is here, and he's just ready to murder people. That's a 100% guaranteed solution to him, so let's go do that. All that's left is the Andromedon Prime Shell. You know, I'm acting under the impression that the Prime Shell doesn't have prime reactions. I don't know that's true. I actually have literally no reason whatsoever to think that is the case. I've just made that up in my head and started acting as though it were the case. What's happening? Immunities, Wall Smash, Astral Trail. It does not say he gets reactions anymore. So I might not be making up fake news. It should be mechanical, so even if this hits, it should do nothing. But I just want to do a quick test. Yeah, no pop-up means it hit, but it was immune. That's what I thought would happen. I'm not a coward. It says he doesn't have reactions. I trust ABA's tooltips. I shouldn't have. Why does he have 1 health left? What happened? Why is he over here now? Why is it up here? Why is it there? Why is it not an ability? I'll call it user error, but I'm not happy with your user interface. That's very funny. Oh, man. He almost made it clear which pair was going to Waterworld, but he's still kicking around. Anyway, Draugr, you've done everything else, but also you're already a Colonel, so we shouldn't give you the experience. Oh yeah, there's another Andromedon we need to finish off. Neither Sword Saint nor Dark Horse are getting Colonel this round. Regal Dawn has already went. But that doesn't mean he can't get the promotion, just give it back to him. Let someone else have some glory, Jesus. That was Sword Saint, grumble, grumble. It's fine. I'm not playing badly. I'm fine. What are you talking about? Everything's going great. I'm gonna use this Andromedon to pick up the loot because it can't do anything I actually care about. Oh, it can't do that either. Well, shit. Solace does not fix bleeding out. Not surprised, but disappointed. Gonna go ahead and try to finish off this drone, I guess.
Deflection.
That's a guaranteed kill of over 2 turns, thanks to the infection. You take a free reload, start working on the Andromedon. All in all, a pretty good mission. Little bit sad about Hulking Cardinal just getting absolutely mangled because I'm bad at the game, but I mean, except for that, it went great. I guess an 87 is the best I'm doing here. Oh, wait, I can throw a battle scanner at it. That'll help. That'll get my 87 up to a 97. It's actually a good thing to do. Oh, it was already scanned. Also, I could have just, like, waited to Haywire Protocol the second form, because that might have been helpful. Anyway, we're just not killing it this turn, I guess. It's fucking cool. Remember when I was talking about buying Restoration Protocol at the start of this video? I don't know if that actually made it in post-editing, but I was thinking about that. Anyway, I'm sure Hulking Cardinal's fine. He doesn't need Restoration Protocol. He's got 4 turns left, baby. Totally garbage loot like every single time. Just never happy to see the loot these days. Someday I'll get a superior expanded mag and be hyped about it.
-15, we have a limited window to
Trust me, Bradford, I know. I'm very aware. I don't know if you actually get experience for the first form kill against this guy. But sure do you get experience for the second form kill, right? Like, that's just obvious. Oh, he has loot, too. I had no idea. Oh, apparently I was in stealth. Who knew? Anyway, continue shooting him. I believe we're not quite able to finish him in 1 hit. I think you can't kill, right? Max damage, 9 plus 3, 12, not 14. Which gives guaranteed experience over to Regal Dawn. After I reload my gun. Let's get the hell out of here. Alright, everyone's finally out. Bit of a shame about Hulking Cardinal just getting absolutely mangled by that prime shell at the end. But other than that, except for the technical difficulties, that was a really fun mission, and I enjoyed that a lot. I do think that the Frost Cobra is probably a little bit overtuned. It could do with being, you know, like 60 health instead of 75. But hey, still pretty fun. Sword Saint not doing that much except for mind controlling an Andromedon and using stasis on what was effectively an alien ruler. You know, totally not the MVP. Basically did nothing. Dark Horse is here to continue their insane hit streak. I don't know if it's Dark Horse or Iron Rhino. I think it's Dark Horse. No, it was Regal Dawn. Regal Dawn has the highest hit streak in XCOM. It's not even close. Let's see if they maintain that during this mission. Did they miss a shot? Nope. So the second highest hit streak in XCOM, I think, is in the high 30s, like a 36 or a 37. With a 13, I think Regal Dawn's hit streak went from 86 to 99. They have not missed a shot in a very long time. Depressed Draugr doing very good work as well, really doing just tremendous output in, like, not very flashy ways, but tremendously meaningfully. Fiber Giant doing tons of damage, landing their shots, actually really helping with Frost Legion. Since Soldier having an uncharacteristically bad performance, they were not in a good position for leveraging their gun or for using Shredstorm cannons in this mission. And we did gloss over Hulking Cardinal, who dealt a ton of damage before taking a ton of damage themselves. And Dead Titan did, you know, they skulljacked a guy. They were there. Really making a case for just not even bringing you to... Just don't even bring a tech specialist to Waterworld. Your sparks aren't going to need to be healed. It'll be fine. Hulking Cardinal didn't even get promoted. Damn shame. Anyway, as a major, Dead Titan picks up Restorative Repair, maybe? I could go Marauder with the intent of buying Anti-Armor Doctrine and then taking a superior aim PCS on this class. Marauder lets me blue action fire my gun. And that matters sometimes. I'm going to take Marauder, even though I don't like Marauder. And we unlock Sprint, but again, I'm afraid to spend AP on that unit. Not a lot from the loot, but hey, it's better than nothing. We delayed High Alert, which does need to be stopped outright. It doesn't need to be stopped, I would really, really like to stop it. Let's continue getting the Mystery Soldier. There's no chance in hell of us using them, but we may as well pick them up. You know, it makes it seem like that's just explicitly wrong. Why am I doing this? I could heal faster. So I'm going to go to Templar HQ because I literally don't care about the soldier. I'm at 43 soldiers right now. Who cares? So I'd rather go to Templar HQ. Can anyone tell me, does this affect will recovery? I haven't scanned yet, so I should be able to just, like, check. Right? I can go to view soldiers, see if someone's tired. They've got 9 days left on Draugr. Makes sense. Going to start scanning and then back out. Still 9 days on Draugr. When I'm scanning at Skirmisher HQ for build time, it would update if I did that, so I assume this is only healing, it's not affecting will recovery. But still, I need that sapper back to get him ready for Waterworld. So what exactly is the Hive Queen armor? Great mobility, natural armor, substantial HP and armor boost. Well, let's go figure out the specifics. Steel Guardian's gonna be modeling for us today. Didn't feel like wearing the hat. That's fine. But we're looking at what stats here. +8 health, +1, compared to a Warsuit's +6. +5 mobility, +2 armor, same as a Warsuit, 5% dodge, immune to poison, fire, and mental. They follow you. The Hive Queen's mental link with the Hive is still connected to the DNA within the biogenetics of the armor. Call random chrysalids to aid you. You just get to summon mimic beacons? Gonna be honest, this seems pretty good. It's not very specific to any one soldier type. You just slap it on somebody. So just if you have a biological unit that doesn't capitalize on the other Warsuits, this is great to throw on them. It is hideous. That's true. So either I'm blind, or the mod that fixes the issue where everyone gets the Hive Queen helmet does it by removing the Hive Queen helmet entirely from the game, because I can't seem to find the helmet that's meant to go with this. However, I'd be lying if I didn't say this has a certain vibe to it that I kind of dig. I do like it with the just destroyed plate helmet for skirmishers and the hero gear. For huge amounts of money, I can make superior stuff, and I might want to. So there's something about making wings with the chrysalids, but I don't appear to have access to that yet. So I'll just keep on working on that Black Eye Skulljack I was talking about previously. Oh, also, I should really put somebody in the tank, huh? Like Sword Saint. Keep on learning Null Lance. It's kind of important. It's one of the main clocks on the campaign at this point. It's just getting the Psi training done. So let's keep on healing. I don't care. That Dark Event can stay. Whichever one it is. Hell yeah.
Although I'm impressed with the strides we've made in infiltrating the alien psionic network, the depths of their technological advancement continue to leave us one step behind. However, with the enhanced decryption capabilities of this chamber, I'm confident we will find a great deal more information than we had previously hoped.
This is actually huge. This is huge because now we can study the Codex Brain, do the Forge mission, and unlock the Elerium bridging tech, which is fairly massive. Well, I guess I'm going to go with the one it told me to do instead of the ones that don't tell me what else to do. Oh, I'm not willing to do it over the research I'm currently doing. We're almost done with the assassin weapons. We'll get back to that in a little bit. I also get to know how dangerous a mission is before going into it, except for Sectobot Prime. He doesn't show up. Yeah, I'm not going to infiltrate an affiliated operative. I'm not even going to look at what it's for. You can just go straight to hell.
Another important step.
Hell yeah, our assaults are finally good. Maybe. I've thought that before. I've been wrong every time. We got the katana. It's got tons of AP, but you can't throw it as a free action, so it's hard to say, really. I don't think we need the facility lead. I'm sorry, Tygan. That was a waste of your time. Here's the Hive Wing Tech. It's from the Juvenile Queen. The Hive Cannon. Alien Schematic Integration is probably the final bridging tech's name. I can see that I need Scattergun, Coil Gun, and Coil Lance to unlock it anyway. So there's really no rush to go unlock it right away. Now, in all honesty, I think Chrysalid Juvenile Queen Autopsy for the Hive Queen tech might be the play. I don't really remember from Let's Plays how the Hive Queen armor works, but I want to say that this is essentially a buildable item that you can use if you have the Hive Queen armor that will let you Icarus jump. If that's the case, that's fucking sick. That's the best 4 days I've got. Additionally, it might be time to go kill the Hunter. Let's just like take a look at what a team would look like for that. Sonic Serenade is out in a week. A lot of A-Team members are currently out. We still have triple Colonel Sparks though. Black Cat and Iron Rhino are both ready. If I had Big Large and Sonic Serenade in addition to like one more unit, I haven't seen a Retaliation in a while. That's the actual reason not to do this. I don't know when the next Retaliation is. That's very important, and I don't think I can find out anywhere either. So when we find out we'll be weak to Reapers, bring someone with Banish, it'll be funny, got it. Bewildered, it triggers on the first Banish, great. It's in the last video. Let me go actually look at the last video's footage. I should know how far away this retail is. It's been 7 days since the supply drop. So on Dark Events, I see new alien facility construction in 5 weeks. I don't see a timer for Retaliation. I thought this showed up here. Weird. I could have sworn it was on this screen that you got to see that information. No wonder I don't know it. Yeah, I've got no idea when the retail is, but it feels like it has to be sometime soon, so I'm going to go ahead and not send out the hunter until I feel great about my roster. Don't care about the covert action. Doesn't matter. 2 new assaults simultaneously. Glad I didn't send out the hunter's mission, since it turns out that would be pretty hard to do. This is for delaying, I'm guessing, the Faceless event. Yeah. There's a feral hive here. What if I just want to make more mimic beacons and I don't want to deal with the hive? We have Archon Prime, a Viper, Advent Heavy Governor, Frost Andromedon, Enemy Unknown. Oh, Christ. Hate seeing those words. It's got to be something terrifying. It could be like an advanced form of, what force level are we at? We're at 18, yeah. That could be an advanced form of, like, Bio Assault. There's plenty of, like, very high-ranking stuff there. Elite Purifier, Muton Beleaguer Captain, Muton Elite. This doesn't show you enemies detected that are not on the Advent team. I don't get to know what the Feral Hive is. Holy shit. Because in the base game, that would just be the Lost. They don't need to tell you what Lost units are there. It's the same 3 Lost units it always is. Oh my god. I don't even get to know what I'm up against in terms of crystals. I don't even get a head count. Like, faces are annoying, but they're just bags of hit points. They don't even hit that hard. You can see the people and expect it and play around it. I mean, it's really annoying. I don't want to let this happen. What's the other one look like? Let's just take a look at the full scope of things in front of us. Counters the Dark Event, Biotroop Deployment, Elite... Oh no. There's Enemy Unknown here too. We got an Elite Naga, Advent Hunter Drone, Enemy Unknown, Great Archon, Elite Bio General, Chrysalid Ripper, so there are Hive on the enemy team, Elite Biotrooper, Elite Assault, Biomech, Biozerker, Heavy Bio Assault Trooper, Bio Faceless, Spectre. That's honestly not too terrifying. Not thrilled about it, but it's not the worst thing ever. I'm definitely more scared of Feral Hive, but I can pit these teams against each other. I can play intelligently, get them to pull each other, and just watch the fireworks. Don't get involved until I can kill a chameleon. I've got mimic beacons. We can do this. We can do both of these missions, so let's start getting our hands dirty, because there's a lot of work ahead of us, it seems. Bringing a tech specialist on this mission against, like, literally no machines does sound very wrong, even if I want experience on Dead Titan. So maybe let's not bring them. Oh, the Hive Armor has a thing. It has a slot here. This is where the wings would go. It comes with rending claws. That's very important information I wasn't giving. This is the Chameleon's attack. Melee attack, 8 to 9 damage. Shred 4, Rupture 2. I assume this is like a melee attack that you don't get to slash with. Nice. Not sure the backpack is working anymore, but nice. So the issue with putting Hive Queen armor on Dead Mother is losing the inventory slot actually means I can't carry AP ammo to reload everyone. This is an untimed mission, so I absolutely want to be doing that. I mean, it's not a problem, right? I can just put the appropriate ammo types on the appropriate people. I actually need to use the cannon here, because I don't have enough shred on my team to get away with not using the cannon, which means the Disruptor Rifle is free for you. Oh, I don't need Black Ice rounds. I know there's no robots. AP rounds for the whole gang, I guess. Unless I want Venom rounds, just for the damage, which isn't unreasonable. Honestly, yeah, I like Venom and Fire rounds. It's not unreasonable to take these. Although, are we seeing Bio Division? No, there's no Bio Division, so we just want Venom rounds. I swear to God I've unlocked. Yeah, I can build these. I do think I like just dumping the Plate Vest and the Overdrive Serum on my Skirmisher to give them tons of mobility on a specific turn and then make them safe to abuse it to no end. I definitely don't mind dropping Destroyer Vest on White Wolf, and I'm kind of a fan of the slightly weird Frost Bomb on the Marine. Alright, after what feels like far too long setting up this team, they're finally ready to go for Operation Larva Pyre. A great name for the person in the Hive suit to get killed, but probably just a smooth mission. Feral Hive is genuinely terrifying, but we have 18 manly men from Advent to handle it for us. As for the team itself, it's a bit weird. We have characters like White Wolf, who are B team members and their bond mate isn't here. A team members like Den Mother, but their partner's currently busy getting promoted to Colonel the weird way. And we have Melancholy Manticore here as, you know, the backup skirmisher. Hopefully we don't need that. I'd be so fucking heartbroken if Draugr died right before Waterworld, but they did their job. And I want to keep testing, like, even outside of A-Team, B-Team, I just want to play with Melancholy Manticore, keep testing the skirmisher rework, see how it feels when you don't buy every single ability in the tree. The gear seems pretty close to standard to me. The only weird thing is Venom rounds instead of anything else on the skirmisher and the sniper, but honestly that's pretty sensible to me now that I have the Shadow Chamber. Provided I'm not getting got by Sectopod Prime, which if you don't know is coded as a stealth Sectopod and it does not show up on the Shadow Chamber. It's very mean. Provided that's not happening, then I'm not seeing any robots. I don't need Black Ice rounds, and also that makes this just objectively wrong. Oh, wait a second. Do Arctic rounds work on consecutive shots? I'm gonna test this with Banish. I've been thinking Arctic rounds were useless. I swear to God, there's something like in the page for the... I'm gonna go check. I'm not seeing anything on the page for Frost Munitions saying that these can't freeze a target with consecutive shots on Banish. So now it's sort of like a repeater where I'm rolling to just full stun the unit every time I shoot it. I'm a fan of trying that out. Now that we're not just locked into permanent fear Black Ice rounds, we get to try out the fun new ammo types. Looking forward to it next time. And I'm not bringing a second medkit anymore because, you know, that's 8. I don't think Black Cat needs that many. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we can buy before we wrap up, though. For 55 ability points, I can buy Kill Zone, Covering Fire, and Cool Under Pressure. Oh my god, Bandolier is actually nuts. You need your item slot so badly on this character. I thought this didn't matter. It absolutely does. Den Mother even better than I gave her credit for. So since I'm also getting the Mimic Beacon, that's gonna be like another 40. I need like 100 ability points for Den Mother alone before Waterworld. I've got Rapid Deployment. I could pick up Smokescreen and Support Grenadier here, and that would actually be pretty strong, giving me a grenade pocket and 3 smokes. That's 35 ability points, and that's basically the soldier finished. I don't see myself buying Armed Intervention here. Going into Waterworld, I'm just be more and more reliant on psionics. So that might be a buy I make going into this mission. I really don't think I want any of this stuff. Like, Concealing Smoke and Bandolier are cool, but I don't think that translates AP into power the way a lot of other buys do. I can't spend AP on you. I've already spent too much AP on skirmishers. The whole point of you is that I'm not spending AP on you. Sorry, Melancholy Manticore. Maybe that's the source of your sorrows. And this is a B team unit as well, so I won't be spending AP here unless Dark Horse dies, which would also break my heart. So yeah, that's gonna be it for us. No. You can spend AP on the robots, and I have regretted this on multiple occasions. We're buying Lightning Strike. 20 ability points for a special strike attack that does half damage but grants an action point after the attack. So A, this is a free action, I believe, or a blue action that gives itself back. I don't know which. But B, it's essentially a free action move that deals damage. That would have been so helpful at various points. I just need to pick that up. Ruthless might be worth. Concussion Strike is also only 15. And against some really scary organic targets, especially primes and stuff like that Frost Snake, this is really good. Even if I don't have 100% accuracy, I can have things like improved scanners or holo targeters to get it to 100. And this guy goes on like every mission. I'm looking at this, I'm like, I also want Disruption Field and Ruthless and Untouchable and this stuff. I want to heal. I want all the, like, there's a lot of AP to dump into Fiber Giant, and I think this is also worth doing. I think that will mitigate. I think having Concussive Strike and Lightning Strike will let me mitigate a crisis that would otherwise be unmanageable in the future. And that'll be my AP buys for today. And we are making AP as we grind the end game. Every Colonel is getting us 2 AP. Killing the most dangerous enemy units gets us 2 to 5, depending on how dangerous they were. So we will have a lot more AP to spend by the time we get to Waterworld. But for now, we're done. This is the team going into Operation Larva of Hire. Looking forward to it. Finally not living in perpetual fear of robots and getting to take off the Black Ice rounds. I feel like I'm going to need to take off my training weights, even though it's not going to be that big of a deal, because honestly, countering robot units with Black Ices is so strong. Anyway, we're done for now. I've been rather coherent, I've been having a blast with XCOM 2, and I hope you have as well. Thank you for watching, and an even bigger thank you to my one Patreon supporter, and the modding community that makes this sort of run possible. See you in the next one.